All right, now that we're done with the AFC North, we move on to the AFC South, and starting with the Jacksonville Jaguars, big loss in Devin Lloyd. They replaced him with a guy I don't even know, signed a depth running back, and after losing Travis Etienne. So I'm pretty sure they're going to have, what's his name, step up in a bigger role next season. Uh, the name I was looking for was Bashal Tutin. Is going to have to step up with the loss of Travis Etienne. They're looking into trading Brian Thomas as well to get assets for the draft. And they signed Jacoby Myers before the season ended to an extension. So overall, I feel like they subtracted more than they've added in a team that was close in the playoffs, but just couldn't get the job done. So I'm going to have to go with, I don't know. I think they stayed above water, in my opinion. So I'm going to go with a C minus. Then we have the Houston Texans, Braden Smith on the offensive line, Reed Blankenship to help out that secondary who already had a set of stacked starters. And then they add some pieces in the trenches on the defensive line, depth pieces, and one more offensive lineman. But I just don't think they upgraded their offensive line enough. They got rid of Titus Howard. They don't have Laramie Tunsil anymore because they traded him last offseason. They brought in Braden Smith, who was injured for the majority of last season. So I just don't think they made enough strides in the offense. They didn't bring in a wide receiver number 2, even though they have Jaden Higgins emerging and Jalen Newell from Iowa State, both of them. I just can't back this offseason so far, in my opinion. I'm going to give it my first D letter grade. I'm going to give them a D+. They got better in places that they're already good, and they didn't upgrade their trenches enough, in my opinion. Then we have the Indianapolis Colts overpaying for Danny Dimes, but they put themselves in that predicament after trading the first-round picks for Sauce Gardner, re-signing Alec Pierce, losing some pieces on the defensive end like Nick Cross, but also getting some pieces on the front seven to help out with the depth in there. So overall, I would say they brought back players who've played well for them, but on contracts that I don't really like. So I would give them a C minus as well. Then we have the Tennessee Titans, I think, who had the best offseason in this division, bringing in Robert Saleh and Brian Dable, and then adding to it by spending the money that they have, bringing in Wandale Robinson, bringing in 2 great corners in Avion Terrell and the other guy, Colden Folt, I think his name is, and then also bringing in John Franklin Meyer to help Jeffrey Simmons on that interior. With Cam Ward going into the second season, I could see a big leap for this team. Really like their offseason. I'm going to give it an A.